In the upcoming series about Bluey's daughter, you'll get to know the story of the new main character and also her best friend, Bingo's daughter. Do you already know who Roxy's cousin will be and the adventures the two of them will experience in the future of the series?
I'm having children.
Oh,
The first thing you need to know about Roxy's cousin is that she's going to be a girl, and the reason for that is very simple. You don't change a winning team. Bluey is a show that found great success by featuring two girl characters as leads. There's a reason why Ludo Studios, the show's production company, decided not to make Rusty the main character. That was the original plan for a long time, but they changed their minds because they realized the series would be even more successful with Bluey and Bingo in the starring roles. And so, we know that Bingo is going to have a daughter, but what will her name be? That's actually a very easy question to answer. The little pup's name will be Poppy, and this name is a short form for two things. The first is the name Penelope, which will be the character's full name, Penelope Chili Healer. The second is the poinciana tree, the beautiful red tree planted in the healer's backyard, the same one Bingo uses to make a red pepper salad during the barbecue pretend play. Bingo's daughter would have a name that not only reflects her reddish color, but also ties back to Bingo's own childhood. Pretty cool, right? Even more fun is learning all about this brand new character right now, so grab your popcorn because it's time for another Cinewave. Bingo has always wanted to have puppies, and we saw that in the episode Surprise where she pretends to be the mom of 4 imaginary babies. But that brings up some very important questions among fans. Who is going to be Poppy's father? First things first, let's talk about who could be Bingo's future husband. And don't be fooled into thinking Bluey's little sister doesn't have a crush because according to fan theories, she actually has 2. The first big option is a schoolmate of Bluey's that everyone knows and loves, Buddy. He's described on the show's official website as a good friend of Bingo. And you know that in Bluey, nothing is a coincidence, right? There are 2 scenes that might hint at Buddy being Bingo's future husband. The first happens in the episode Bob Bilby when Bingo takes the class puppet home. While Bandit is talking to Bingo, Buddy is standing nearby, looking at her with his tongue out and a super happy expression. And if you have a dog, you know that when they make that face, it's because they really want something. In Buddy's case, he's too young to understand it, but it definitely looks like an early sign of a crush. When Bandit notices Buddy staring at Bingo, Buddy gets shy and changes his expression right away. Maybe it's just not time yet to face his future girlfriend's dad. The second scene happens in the episode The Creek, when Bluey, Mackenzie, and Bingo are asking Bandit to take them somewhere else to play. In that scene, Buddy is behind Bandit picking his nose, and it's a sneaky little hint because everybody knows that Mackenzie is destined to marry Bluey. Mr. Healer didn't know it yet, but right there he was looking at his 2 daughters and their future husbands. The second big guess about who Poppy's dad will be is actually one of the fans' favorite theories. Dougie, one of the most special characters in the whole show. This little pup is a Cavapoo, and he only appeared in 1 episode of Season 3. In the episode Turtle Boy, Bingo goes to the park with Bandit to play. There she finds a stuffed turtle toy and really wants to take it home, but Mr. Healer explains that it wouldn't be the right thing to do. Later, Dougie shows up at the park and also wants the toy, but his mom gives him the same talk Bandit gave Bingo, that you shouldn't take something that doesn't belong to you. If you pay close attention to this episode, you'll notice that no one ever comes to claim the toy, and Bingo never actually meets Dougie. The reason is simple: the real owner of Turtle Boy will be Poppy. At the end of the episode, Dougie shows up again and Bingo leaves the toy behind, saying she hopes the owner finds it soon. What's really going to happen in the future is that Bingo and Dougie will meet again when they're older. Bingo will realize Dougie was the one who took Turtle Boy that day. At some point they'll fall in love, and when Poppy is born, they'll give the toy to their daughter. Poppy will treasure Turtle Boy just like Bingo treasures her floppy doll, as her most special toy. Another big clue that Bingo will marry Dougie is that when she pretends to have babies in Surprise, her most special baby has a unique trait, suggesting that Bingo's daughter might be deaf, just like Dougie is. Not to mention, whenever Bingo imagines being an old lady, like in the episode Granny Mobile, she jokes around about not being able to hear. Could it be that Poppy will be a special little pup who communicates using sign language? And you, would you take home a lost toy or not? Comment with #bingo so we can get to know ya! But where exactly will Poppy go to school? We know that Bluey used to go to Miss Retriever School when she was younger because she once brought Bob Bilby home, and Bingo will probably attend Calypso School when she gets a little older. Those 2 schools are likely part of the Healer family's history somehow, but there are definitely others too. Even Dougie doesn't attend Miss Retriever School. We believe that Poppy will study with Miss Retriever for a very simple reason. Bob Bilby needs to return to Bingo's home through her daughter. We know that in the future, Bluey and Bingo will relive some of their adventures, this time as moms teaching their little ones how to face life's challenges. and one of those special episodes will feature Bob Bilby making his return to the Heeler household. Poppy will be scared of being the only pup who didn't have a special memory with the puppet bunny, so Bingo and her daughter will take Bob Bilby on a special adventure, maybe a trip to the beach, a visit to some museums, or even traveling to another country. It would be an incredibly special episode for the next series, starring Roxy, Bluey's daughter, as the new main character, and it would definitely bring lots of emotion to fans everywhere.
I get it.
Everyone knows that Bingo has a very special connection with insects, and her main bond is with Flappy the butterfly. Of course, in the future, Poppy won't get to meet her mom's old friend because insects don't live that long. But in the world of Bluey, it's totally possible that Poppy will meet Flappy's descendants, just in a way you might not have thought about. Bingo is going to have a career very similar to Bandit's, who is an archaeologist, so our little red heeler pup will want to dig into the earth and collect rare things, like a huge number of super weird insects, and we all know Australia is famous for its unusual creatures. Poppy will definitely take after her mom in that way, and she's going to love all kinds of colorful animals and bugs. You might remember in the episode where Bingo and Leela are talking about squashing bugs, they say that grandmas squish insects, but moms don't. Bingo will teach her daughter that it's not okay to harm bugs, and that if you want them to move, the right thing to do is simply pick them up and put them somewhere else. Poppy will be one of those pups who has little friends like ants, ladybugs, and even butterflies, probably a descendant of Flappy. Of course, in the future, Poppy will need to go on adventures with her grandpa Bandit. We already know that Mr. Heeler will be there playing a lot with Roxy, just like he did in the episode Surprise. But when it comes to Bingo's daughter, the playtime might be a little different. We think so because it's almost certain that Poppy will be very similar to Bandit in personality. We know this because Mr. Heeler is a lot like Bluey when it comes to inventing games, but Bingo shares more interest with her dad, like a love for animals. As we mentioned earlier, Poppy will share Bingo's passion for insects. This fits perfectly with Bandit's career because part of an archaeologist's job involves studying species. Because of that, it's almost certain that Bandit's adventures with Poppy will involve him teaching her about all the different species he knows. And if you think about his office, you'll remember it's filled with ancient things, like a full skeleton, for example. Australia is a country known for having some truly fascinating insects, and since Ludo Studios takes a lot of pride in showcasing the best of their home country, it's more than likely that with Poppy, they'll dive deep into exploring all of nature. That's why Bandit will be such an important figure in Poppy's story. With her, their games won't just be fun, they'll be educational, showing fans just how amazing nature can be. You know what's even more amazing? Subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell.
Thank you.
As everyone knows, Bluey is set in part of Australia called Brisbane, but the country is big enough to show off a lot of other amazing places too. And so far, we haven't had the chance to explore the outback desert in the Bluey universe. And yes, this has everything to do with Poppy. Bingo's daughter will probably be the kind of pup who explores different parts of Australia alongside her mom. We have a few good reasons to believe that Bingo will take her family on plenty of trips. In the episode Surprise, we even see a picture of the red heeler at Easter Island. That trip is proof for the theory that Poppy will visit the outback desert with her mom and dad. Bingo is definitely going to be the type of adult who loves traveling to adventure spots, not just relaxing beach resorts. This sets up one of the most exciting episodes for the future of the series, Poppy exploring one of the most beautiful natural places in Australia, and it's probably during this adventure that she'll decide on her future career, becoming a biologist. Studying animals would definitely be an exciting adventure, and that's why we already have a good idea about the kind of job Poppy will have when she grows up. She'll want to travel the world, learn about as many species as she can, and even teach at schools about her research, just like her mom. But you don't have to wait for the future to keep exploring the world of Bluey. We've already picked out 2 more videos for you to enjoy. See you in the next video. Bye for now!